already, gents. We've got an Alchemist on one side and a Wraith King on the other side.
I don't know what's more surprising, the Alchemist first pick or the Wraith King into Alchemist. For anyone unaware, if you have full Greevil's Greed, the first spawn of skeletons also give you the Greevil's Greed, so you get effectively over 500 gold bonus on the skeletons for killing the whole group of 8.
We saw that at TI, right?
Yeah, I mean, is this TI again? You're first picking Alchemist? I mean, this hero, we've seen have a lot of success at this tournament, but the nerfs matter.
I love this pick, and I will tell you exactly why. I think last game, Alliance kind of over-adjusted to some of the scaling of BeastCoast, looking for that Wraith King Void combo, thinking, okay, I'm sorry, the Mag Void combo, thinking, okay, we're going to be able to go into the late game with a lead. I don't think BeastCoast is looking to go late game with most of their drafts. They're looking to dominate in that 30 to 40, 45-minute window where their two cores are just going to have this big farm lead. Alchemist takes a lot of that window away if he's not addressed in lane.
This definitely puts pressure on BeastCoast to put the pedal to the metal like they did last game. We talked about the polarizing playstyle of BeastCoast, kind of either snowball from the lanes or they choose to outscale you like you said. And this game, Alliance has kind of made that decision for you, right? And we saw BeastCoast have no problem doing that last game when I thought Alliance had decently strong lanes. Yeah, you have the support mag, but they clearly had no issue running them over last game. So picking this Alchemist that early does make me a little nervous that BeastCoast can abuse that.
Just while we're in the second phase bans, I'm going to do one of those naughty things and ask the community to go and find me the last time you had a Jakiro banned in all 3 games of a best of 3. Challenge accepted at ESL Dota, hashtag ESL.
This means the world
Tell
to
us
Paul.
when the last series was. What?
So this means the world to
It does mean
It is worth a lot of brownie points.
I've never seen in my entire life. I've only been watching Dota 2 since 2013, and I've never seen Jakiro banned all 3 games in a best of 3 series ever.
You can thank Fada, man. New favorite player or what?
Easy. I mean, he used to play the hero.
Okay, so there's a lot of directions these two drafts can go. I like both openings. As opposed to last game, I even insulted BeastCoast's opening, but this time around, you have not necessarily a lane duo, but you have like a mid-game combo duo. Once Wraith King has, it just makes the potency of his Wraithfire Blast that much better. And then they immediately respond with the Shadow Demon to prevent that, making it so Alchemist can play more aggressive, as we talked about on these cores, when you're previously scared of these combinations that just burst you full.
Nice bid, dude.
You know, I think it's, when you're playing against a team like BeastCoast, you have to worry about what you're doing, not what they're doing. Alliance played their strat in game 1. Game 1 Alliance of this series looked exactly like Alliance playing against everybody else that we've seen them play against in this tournament. They're gonna get Nico Baby online, they're gonna do their 5-man thing, choke off the map, play methodically. Game 2, it looked like Alliance were more trying to play BeastCoast game. Wow. It's a great pick against the Alp, right?
One of my favorite lane counters. Any heroes that just consistently run at you and then eventually pressure your tower are quite nice against the Alchemist. Also dealing physical damage. Yeah, I was gonna say it does leave these counters in the pool for Alliance that force the Bristleback to turn towards you. Axe already banned out. Legion is the #1 that comes to mind for me, as well as you, obviously here.
I think this is a snap pick Legion. Like it plays so well against Bristle
and Mirana.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a dispel for the Mirana. You love it with Alk. You're willing to put all your eggs in the Alk basket. You already banned out the AA. BeastCoast even took out Timbersoft for you, another hero that can cause Alk some serious issues. Yeah.
It's just, I mean, wow.
Almost surprising that they showed that core pick on the 3rd pick there. I think they could have held off until 4th pick for BeastCoast, maybe pick their 5 first. They have the Keeper of the Light, a hero that doesn't really have a reason to not make sense here too, as it did last game. It goes really well with the Wraith King, the AoE team fight, punishes heroes that get disrupted. You just place your abilities on top of them. But maybe the Legion Dispel just makes it that less enticing. Okay, no, they just go for it anyway.
Again, you just see the easy hero picks here, right? This draft is a lot different from, I think, the previous 2, where these heroes are picking themselves. Oh man, I don't know that they pivot back for the Void here, but I do like the Rubik suggestion. I think that's at least decent. I think really as Alliance, the biggest box left to check is you get Limp a matchup that he feels super confident in mid, because that's, again, you saw in the previous game, Chris Luck really did well on that lean against the DP.
Can I just say that Kunka's still in the pool?
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Is that really that crazy? I mean, yeah, you have last pick counter.
I mean, it's going to get banned surely if they don't.
Gives you triple melee course.
Yeah, but they already banned out Timbersaw, so that's one of the heroes you'd normally have to ban.
Right.
Okay, so they go with the secure our safe lane route.
Yes.
You can like move into the Shadow Demon to the 4 position. The Undying matches up really nicely against the Bristleback. In game, it's really annoying to play heroes like Mirana with abilities like Arrow, Hook from Pudge. You just arrow the zombies rather than arrowing a hero.
This is about as animated as I've seen BeastCoast during a draft, right? These guys are usually pretty chill, but it is pressure time for sure.
The Kunkka is available still.
For sure, the Kunka, Lena.
There are some
We've seen
heroes
from
that are
both teams.
unheard of
Lena.
to still be available in this draft right now if you're in this tournament. And if you told me going into this 3rd game that Kunka and Void would still be available, obviously not going to be a Void game because you see an Alchemist as well as a Wraith King, but the fact that those heroes are in the pool is just...
Yeah, the fact that they've made it all the way through, and they're probably going to make it all the way through without being banned. That's remarkable.
These teams just don't care, right? They're doing what they think they do best, and that's the best thing you can do. You see teams do that all the time at TI. They just resort to their comfort
Yeah, I mean,
zone.
other than the Undying, which I haven't played a huge amount of it, the Legion Commander is, that's a fantastic 33 hero.
Oh, absolutely.
We know they can play around, and the Alk is great. So
It was all they were running him on early on.
the first 6 games?
First 6 out of 8 games of the tournament, they picked him Legion. I think it was mostly the 3rd pick too.
Or first rounded even sometimes.
It's so stable for him, and again, it's just this tempo controlling hero, and I think Alliance are just saying, look, we know when BeastCoast is going to be trying to win the game, and unless they address our Alk early, our Alk is just going to be massive in that window.
So they ban a DP, which we saw last time. It's a comfort pick, of course, for Limp as well. There is the option to ban a Void here, although it doesn't really fit either lineup, so I'd imagine they avoid banning that, but I guess they could ban the Gyra. SAP says they can ban the Gyra, and the OD's in there as well.
Yeah, the OD ban is good here largely because you would not want to take it as Alliance, because then it would get lane countered by either the Pugno or the Sniper.
I'm pretty sure you just pick, or you ban whatever you're planning to pick.
Well,
right?
exactly. I say if you want the OD, you ban a Pugno, you pick the OD.
Exactly.
So they're going to ban the Tiny.
Okay, Chris Luck Tiny, we've seen a fair amount of, and we know it's really good.
I wonder whether they would play themselves, but that would be a lot of melee, wouldn't it?
What do they plan to pick that would entice them to ban Tiny? Maybe
Take the
Dazzle?
Gyro here.
I wouldn't mind a Dazzle.
You want Dazzle mid.
Yeah, it's a hero that doesn't
Seen it.
get lane counter that easily. It pairs with the rest of Alliance's draft, kind of like all in on the Alchemist. They don't really deal with Dazzle that well on BeastCoast.
So they may be looking at TA themselves, but then TA is very susceptible to the lane counter by BeastCoast. Okay, the Dazzle mid, great call. We've seen it. We've seen it from Alliance in this tournament.
I love this hero. I think it's broken if given a good start. You get the low cooldown Greaves. That's usually what makes it broken. It makes effectively, I think, 22 seconds or something when you have max level ultimate. And let me tell you, Greaves are good enough without that cooldown reduction. And now, like, you just have all these buffs and saves for this Alchemist. And that's one of the few heroes in Dota right now, if not the best one, to just say, hey, we're going to have all these spells to save Alk. If you don't kill him, he's going to kill you. And we're going to make it as hard as possible to kill you. Or kill him, excuse me.
So you can go Alina or Kunka, and you can lane against the... Alina lanes against Dazzle just fine.
They need a hero that either bursts the Dazzle or jumps the Dazzle. Queen of Pain, I like a lot as well. They have very little disable for her. I like Legion, or I like picking her into Legion even though she can purge the dagger. Legion Commander just doesn't want to deal with these mobile heroes.
If you push the low disable angle, it's something like there's the Lena.
There's the Lena.
There you go.
Right.
Okay.
No Earthshaker, no Morphling, by the way. Just saying.
There are a lot of heroes that were.
There was no Void either. The Void went all the way through without being picked or banned. Incredible. What a great draft at the end. It leaves me with the unfortunate question of putting you both on the spot, of saying, who's had the better draft?
I don't even know if I want to predict with these two teams. I don't even know, but
welcome to your job.
I love Dazzle, man. I'm gonna
give it to Dazzle.
He's my Jakiro, you know. So I'll go with Alliance this game.
All right.
I think both teams got what they wanted out of this draft, and most importantly, I think Alliance is trying something that no other team, I haven't seen another team try against BeastCoast. I think they're going to try to dominate the part of the game where BeastCoast ordinarily wins. And I think it's going to work. I think, again, it is really on this Dazzle. I want to see those. I want to see like 13, 15-minute guardian greaves here, and I think they can win behind that.
Okay. How important is this first 15 minutes for both teams?
Oh, absolutely.
It is the game.
Yeah. If Alchemist has his items and so does Dazzle, they can't lose.
All right, good stuff. Thank you very much, gents. Time to head into our third and final series, which means also rejoining our fantastic commentary team of Toby and Kyle.
Our final game of the night, BeastCoast. We'll see if they can do it again by pushing through and getting that victory. They're using alliance strats here. The old alliance, old alliance. Coddle and Bristleback together. Back when Arke was a professional player. But this is a whole new alliance team, and their draft looks very solid as well.
It's always been good, though. I mean, you've got alliance with the Alchemist, BeastCoast. They using something Secret tried both successfully and unsuccessfully back at TI, a Bristleback versus Alk. You want these big beefy heroes that can kind of stand in front of towers, bait the Alk in, and just prevent them from hitting that huge timing when they start pushing. But I gotta say, Alliance's lineup has so much gas, man. You've got 3 different kinds of saves, so much sustain. You can duel the Bristle, force him to face frontal. And then in addition, you have Dazzle, who's gonna get that early Necro, all the minus armor when you spam spells. And Nico Baby Alchemist.
Yeah.
Has this hero lost?
Stinger, don't do it, turn around, get out of there. That's gonna be problematic if they could only have Huntskin instead. So that's the downside, where stuns are a little bit harder to roll out from Alliance. Saves galore, but not a lot of stuns. Oh, wait, okay, if at first you don't succeed, try and attract more attention. There's 4 heroes from BeastCoast on the bottom, and it's the same for Alliance, so we'll battle over the runes. Legion and Wraithing can do their thing up on top lane. The Whisper's already starting the Coil Spray stacks up. There's already 8 Decay stolen. Light Strike Array unable to connect, still battling for that runes. It goes the way of, well, what do we got? Nico Baby. He's got a Bafada. 4 Coil Spray stacks up, still a hell of a lot of life to tank through, but this is what Whisper wants early on. He just wants to harass down. Fada staying in range, so is Huntskin. But there's no follow-up after this, and that just means the bounty runes for all of this battle is a 2-2 trade.
A lot of regen expended, however, so I guess we take those. Nice, Nico Baby gets the stick before the Quelling Blade. Very much so the right choice, although now he's in no man's land. He can't TP either. There's an arrow available.
Yeah, all they gotta do is block him in the tree lines. Schofield, if he hits this arrow, Nico Baby will go down the body block. You don't even need the arrow. Nico is held, controlled, and killed by Whisper.
Unfortunate. Not how you want the game to start, and I love this from BeastCoast. A little bit of aggression, get this Alchemist, slow him down, and now that you have the first blood, you just leave the Coddle Bristle. Sure, you can harass him bottom, but they're just gonna spam Chakra, and Whisper's gonna push the wave.
And this is meant to be when Alliance have advantage in the lane. Undying throughout this entire tournament is normally given that huge advantage in the laning phase. But they split themselves up. You can't push the wave, because Coddle will push it straight back up. And the advantage is the Stinger isn't level 2 yet. So Whisper doesn't have the Chakra, but he gets a lot of stick charges thanks to the spamming nature that is the Undying. But man, you lose the life and you pop the poison, and those stick charges won't save you. But hey, maybe he's just doing what he did in game 1. I need to banner again, guys. Can you kill me so I can come back? Except that was the other team.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Toby, you're still with me, right, babe?
Yeah, I'm still with you. Just wait for Phantasm Call to come out once again. Huntskin, oh, great block by Stinger. Locks him in the tree line. He has to cut free. Managed to have himself a tango. I think that was instant. Did Fada actually hand that to him? Either way, he managed to break free. And Fada is definitely staying up in the face of the Bristleback, keeping him as low on HP as possible. Now Chakra. Chakra magic is working its magic.
10 stick already as well. He's just gonna, this is how it goes, Toby. You just keep spamming this wave.
This is actually make it more efficient because stick charges after the Undying removes his life. He's just able to stick up to full health. Huntskin, man, he's really keeping up with the poison. There's 5 stacks on Whisper. Still Chakra. Fada will get killed off by the base attack of Stinger. I kind of want to start looking at other lanes, but I just can't take my eyes off it.
And mid is a trade completely. Top lane's going to be much the same. This is where the action's going to happen. And we've seen how many, like Alchemist, it's so important that you apply pressure. It's not about the gold, it's about the XP, right? The more levels you get in Goo and Grievous Greed, the more easily you're able to farm the jungle, the more efficient every last it is. If you keep Nico Baby suffering down here, yeah, sure, he'll get free farm, but it doesn't matter.
Anskin, where do you want to go? He's gonna hide behind the one individual tree and then get seen by Stinger once again. He denied the invis rune. He could have walked over and just grabbed it. Instead, he's making Stinger do the long run.
I was gonna say, isn't he just gonna, okay, this is a juke. I thought he was gonna turn around and be like, nah, I should actually just die to the tower. Yeah.
I just need a little distance. Keeper of the light. It should still get level 3 now, and like, I don't know, remembering Stinger getting free levels by heroes denying themselves to tier 3 towers, this guy's fantastic on the hero, especially if you can give him some levels.
Yeah. This is definitely his best hero, and I'm glad that BeastCoast found a way to utilize it. Again, they got that Wraith King Coddle combo, so it's a question of, did Alliance have the right read? I remember the puppy exit interview. Oh.
Stinger. I just shock him up. Wait, no, hang on. Yeah, this isn't happening.
This is a Shadow Demon Undying. There's no arrow coming in.
I'm like, you can get the disruption off, keep the decay going. Maybe, and there is the early point in concoction from Nico.
So in the exit interview from TI, Puppy talked about how they just misvalued the Alchemist, right? It's an interesting concept now because perhaps Alliance overvalued it in a sense. They gave BeastCoast exactly what they wanted again. They have a Mirana Coddle combo. It's literally the same draft, actually. Isn't this the same? Wait, they were. It's a Bristle instead of an Omni, but it is the exact same draft.
But everyone's trying to battle for the double stack that just came down to Coddle and Bristle together contesting Hanskin. Supports are having to do hard work. The advantage is, of course, there is an Alchemist over on Alliance, but I want to keep my eye also very closely on that net worth. How far ahead does Alchemist get? When he got only 1 point up in Grievous Greed, it feels like his timing's going to be a little bit slower. He's only 200 in front of K1 at the moment, who's always having extra support, because Mirana's been on this top lane, pulling the creep wave back. That's why K1's actually going to hit level 5 before the Legion. And Lina rotation too, while on bottom lane, Disruption is all for the 5-minute bounty runes. Whisper, Concoction's done his good, but Blinding Light forces them back. Hanskin can't get enough damage out. And then you even bottle the runes up while up on top. There's that kill on 33, the rotation from Chris Luck. Not only does he get the bounty runes, he also gets the kill on that offlaner.
That was a really nice play. He thought about just going back for the other bounty rune instead. Wisely turns around and they immediately go for a kill. Stun into arrow, man. There's a reason this Mirana hero keeps getting picked up. It's such easy kill setup.
But now it feels like Alliance, like, what do you want to do? You can't rotate top to stop the Wraith King. You don't have enough kill power for it. And he can just, you need to do it twice anyway if he wants to skill up the reincarnation. And if you do that, Whisper's going to just force your bottom tower. You'll get enough space to get 6, and then this warpath damage arrives.
The problem is Nico is just level 4, not even 4.5, and he needs more levels. There's no reason to be going to the jungle until you're at least 6, preferably 7 or 8, so...
They felt they had to run a tri-lane.
Yeah. And still, Fada's down here. You don't care if Undying's level 3. In theory, you'd like Alk to be farming in alone as the support chases the offlaner around in circles, not soaking XP at all. It's really cool from BeastCoast trying to slow him down. And so far, they have the net worth lead.
SD, I'm really not quite certain what Hanskin was hoping to achieve here. Schofield is just attacking forward, but here comes your Wraithfire Blast. The creep wave is going to block the line for the arrow, but Hanskin still got a fair chunk of damage. He's trying to get the poison up. Schofield, even at full mana, still doesn't want to waste any of his abilities.
Yeah, this is a really cool hero against the Alk, of course. We've seen
Whisper's under the tower. He's underneath the tier 1 tower. Give him some chakram, so welcome more to Quill Sprays. TP support's coming in. You've got at least one quick stun process back. He's in very deep. No more stick charges available. He just wants Nico, and he claims him as well.
Yeah, I love that. Whisper, he's like, I am killing this Alchemist. I do not care if I trade my life. I am not the carry. I have a Wraith King. And his name is Ektar.
And he understands his job. Here comes your follow-up arrow up on top, combining with the Starfall damage. 33 needs more life. He's able to get it. A quick hit from the moment of courage, and with Disruption, Fana moves in, dropping the Tombstone. K1 now has to run out, has stick charges.
If only he had the duel, that might have been able to turn around there.
Just short of the level. But now you've brought both your supports up to the top lane. So what happens? Whisper and Stinger, they just start all over again with Nasal Goo, Whisper. Yep, prep him up. Chris Luck's moved over. He's got Laguna Blades. He drops someone low. And Limp and Nico are both here. They need the Light Strike Array. That's why Alchemist is running so far on the side. More TP supports coming in the form of the SD. The Concoction only mini stuns over on the Bristle, but you've still got Limp low on mana. 21 charges available. Can't finish the job over on the Keeper of the Light. Disruption, Light Strike Arrays, all a little bit off target. But Limp hit by that Dragon Slave. Stinger can die in the meantime, but Whisper keeps on going under the tower, killing off that mid Dazzle, and Legion Commander dies up on top lane, catching it all.
They've just abandoned the mid lane, and Fata, I like that he's getting some XP in farm middle. There was no one there. You never want to leave a lane empty, but you got to consider, they're diving my Alchemist. Somebody's got to be able to stop this. He had TP'd there to shove the lane, and he gets level 5 off of it, but it's never a good sign when the Undying has more levels than the Alch.
And how giving is that as well from Stinger? He drags the Scoffeld, he drags the creep wave off the lane. Whisper, wow, is he really just going to go straight up on Hanskin again? He didn't have his extra support this time around, so Stinger was doing that pull in mid to make sure there was going to be the extra farm coming into the Lina. And Bristle dies for the 3rd time this game.
You force the TP on the Dazzle, though. You're all right with that.
All right, now you're just getting a, more of a core position Undying. Alchemist has gone bush. Nice Observer Ward from both sides. Light Strike Array going to be off target from Chris Luck. Hanskin very low on life. Laguna Blade just making sure he's going to go down, and Limp has to do it hard. Underneath the tower, a Light Strike Array will connect. The arrow flies forward as well. Combining with the Illuminate, Cotter will end up going down, but the sacrifice is worth it if Limp dies. But Fata arriving with the double damage room, that Undying minion making it difficult to get away, and the Decay will finish the job. Only level 1.
Dude,
it's enough.
Quick con, the Alliance draft has a ton of cool synergy with the Dazzle Q, right? Zombies will keep reapplying the poison. We saw there, the Shadow Demon Illusions, just a Q on top of Stinger, continuously getting auto-attacked. It's so much damage out, but you can see it right here. Soul Catcher, Limp throws out the Q after a little heal bomb. Stinger's just dead now, because these illusions keep popping that poison. Limp, nice stun under tower. Chris Luck, combining with the Schofield arrow, he is everywhere right now. And I love that they're just continuously pressuring this bottom lane. Do not give Nico Baby a safe spot on the map. He will come top now.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow, they want to come up.
Yep.
Overwhelming odds throwing down. 33 well aware what's going on. It's a good Observe Ward on the hill, but they don't have their own detection. Legion Commander just runs in the middle of 3. Please go on leave, but they don't. They go towards Dazzle. Defensive disruption, able to save him, while the dual victory goes the way of 33. BeastCoast thought they were being the aggressors. A blinding light can't create enough space. Schofield, he will go down even with the 9 stick charges. They just use the Shadow Wave physical damage.
Sick play from 3-3, immediately going straight to the Lina. He was not able to get, Fairy Fire, nothing off. As soon as he sees him pop out, just immediate duel. And then Nico Baby, that early point stun paying off.
They do change their lanes up now. So Hand of Midas Wraith King is on the bottom lane.
Yep.
The second the movement came, they just changed it up. Stinger will just counter push the top wave.
But they've successfully slowed down Nico. It's 11 minutes in, typically around the time you want a Radiance. He's at 2,200 gold.
Smart TP, duel on cooldown. They wouldn't have had the stun available.
Yeah, we can check out once again. Look at this 3-3, the stun whiffs, and then boom, turn around, gets the rune, immediate duel.
If they actually managed to get that last attack into Hanskin, like if one other person attacked Hanskin, the defensive disruption wouldn't have existed. And that's who the Light Strike Array did connect on.
Oh, mid, they got a purge off.
Oh, that's going to be huge, but Hanskin Laguna bladed up, and here we go, duel it up again.
Beautiful. Nice TP from 3-3. Hanskin with the purge, forces Chris Luck, who once again, this guy's name is aggression, and occasionally he gets punished for it. At least once or twice a game, really. Fortunately, giving away the damage there to 3-3. Bottom though, Hector pushing bottom with the skeletons, cutting the wave. This will be a tower. Nico Baby farming the dream location of the map, had some stacks and gets the ideal spawn. Love those golems when you're now. It's plus 32 per.
Especially when he's
those little ones.
Especially when he's got enough levels to get 4 points in greed. But his Radiance timing, I'm interested to see how fast he can still get it up. Limps on the run. Schofield and Whisper, they're going to body block him up. There's a quick poison touch. They're going to be extra support. Hanskin as well as Fata. They are arriving, and Schofield comes a lot of damage from that creep wave. Disruption. Whisper needs to be able to retreat. Schofield. Oh, he stayed too long. Gets soul ripped down by Fada, and they have the Purge available. Whisper, real trouble up the tier 1 tower. Duel available, but Stinger tries to create space. The Will-O-Wisp catching 3 with the blinding light. They don't have the easy damage, but it won't matter. Hans can still finish the job with the poison. And they keep the Legion Commander here. More support arriving. Chris Luck turns his attention towards Fada. He's got a lot of kills. Fada's worth some good money. But Limp is right behind him. And they actually just keep going. Killing off Stinger. K1 able to get the stun off. Give him a secondary one. It comes off cooldown right now. But on the dual side, Chris Luck goes down to 33. And Fada just stands his ground. He's got so much life, almost 1,400 to work with. And while this is happening, Nico is taking the tier 1 tower in mid lane, not just the farm as well.
Dude, it is, I love this max soul rip from Fada. There's no way that you expect that if you're Schofield. That's why he dies. 43 damage or heal per unit times 11 max, and wow, they get another support kill. There's so much heal now. You've got a disrupt from the SD, sure, but you've got now the maxed out heal on 3-3, who also did max out his heal ability. Dazzle's done the same. Undying's done the same. You've got so much sustain now as 3 Alliance heroes hit the top 4 net worth, and that was so much space. All of a sudden, Nico's got a Relic and Root. As soon as he finishes Radiance, we've seen how fast Alex can look to start farming.
He needs 200 gold. The Radiance recipe's in the backpack, so he just needs to grab that. What a happy day for him. He got a Medallion of Courage flying out as well to the Legion. They're getting a lot more things to answer the Bristleback if he does want to run forward. Not to mention the fact that BeastCoast, because they're not keeping up the same tempo, the Alchemist will just do Alchemist things. He's not behind, he's still ahead. And BeastCoast unable to really contest the farming areas of Nico.
Radiance on the way, as soon as he picks it up. And we'll have to wait and see, right? Is Alchemist that broken, right? March said Morph Earthshaker was still the worst.
Up on top, support needs to arrive. The arrow not being thrown out by Schofield. In fact, 33 just burns the duel. Hanskin, as well as Fada in the neighborhood. That's the first duel that doesn't really get a victory, but Stinger goes down limp. Just did it solo. Had the extra help from the Purge. Bristleback still on the run out of here, but man, that double damage Dazzle working with Hanskin. Now turning attention towards Whisper, slow him down with the poison. One more attack that may be able to do it, even with the back behind him. They're watching the cool spray stacks, but there's that damage from, okay, Fada. That was unneeded, but you'll take the kill anyway.
Not bad, not bad. Alliance, man, they have found their form. Didn't look great for them at the start, but they're suddenly just team fighting. And BeastCoast, if they're anything, they're battlers, and they keep trying to engage. Chris Luck already with 3 deaths. He has fallen off hard in the net worth department. 3-3 already with a bunch of dual damage, rushing that Solar Crest. And Bristleback, man, the issue I'm having with the build right now, he's going double bracer into Hood, but no armor on the hero. He's getting aggro Medallion, the minus armor from Dazzle. He's running around with like less than 0 against a bunch of hard right click. Mech finished on the Dazzle. The name of the game is Sustained for Alliance.
I think they want to go again. Bristleback's hung out a little too long. Legion Commander pressed the attack. Duel turns the Bristleback right into it. Man, that damage from Limp.
Yep, aggro Medallion once again. Yes.
BeastCoast want to find a rebuttal. They look to the mid. The Will-O-Wisp pulling back in Nico, baby. Leaning for the Yule Scepter, Light Strike Array, but Hanskin's already here. The arrow will connect, but defensive disruption from Hanskin will protect his core. And everyone else on the run, that Soul Rip almost killing Stinger once again. And a jump forward from 33. The dust already being popped on Schofield. Had nowhere to hide. And Alliance look towards the tier 1 tower in mid lane.
They are rolling, Toby. I think they've had the last 8 kills on map. And all the items, like they got the kill top, Alchemist gets jumped mid, sure, but immediately there's 5 Alliance heroes there.
Yep.
It is not a kill you really can go for nowadays. Especially if Alliance aren't napping. They are certainly awake right now.
Really felt like BeastCoast needed to get more out of that Lena when she hit her timing. You get the Yule Scepter, you want to instantly find a kill, but that sustain you were mentioning from Alliance, it's just too strong.
Yep.
And if you're already struggling with this now, like a long drawn out fight, normally it's pretty good for a Bristleback as well as for a Wraith King. But it's taking some time. I actually thought K1 already had the Radiance recipe too, but it seems like he's only got the Relic. I must have been looking the wrong way. It was Nico who's already finished it up.
He's got it now, but in the time it took him to finish that, the Alchemist finished his BKB. And now you've got a couple extra points of concoction. You're ready to rock and roll. You can really just shove down mid. He even went for the attack speed talent over the stun cooldown. I think that's because Alliance, they're going to look to win this game fast.
We're going to fight K1. Let's make a couple of copies. Radiance was up. Hellfire Blast goes towards the SD, but Hanskin just purges up the Wraithing. Remember, they're going to get through him twice. And there's number one, duel in the back lines with the arrow. It stuns over on 33, so no duel victory. And maybe the Bristleback can get his stick charges off and get himself away from the fight. They've already lost the Legion Commander Alliance. As BC, they start to rally, but Nico is online, and Nico is BKB'd. Looking for his next target, the BeastCoast. They scramble to the wind.
I'm telling you, this Max Solar from Fada is putting in so much work. It's the only reason he's still alive. He got like 2 off on himself. Max units always around him because there's just so much chaos. There's always these skeletons, the zombies, illusions, and 10 heroes.
They have the damage to kill off Schofield before he can complete his TP. Great TP from the SD going towards the shrine. Hanskin just cutting him off with the pass.
And the issue right now with BeastCoast, they have no method of getting onto the back lines. You need to get Hanskin, you need to get Limp, but you're forced to fight through the melee heroes. We can see this fight break out. The tombstone goes down immediately, sure, but the amount of damage, again, Fada, look at this sword, pow. Like 30% of his HP pool done. Nice arrow, sure. They're gonna be able to finish off 3-3, but they do get Whisper in return. No, actually, Nico, I love this. He actually just ditches him, going up for the more high-value targets up top. 3 shots, the Wraith King. That's about as much of a smile as you'll get out of Limp in the middle of a game, let me tell you. Once if they win it, he'll be cheery, but in the moment, always focused.
Looks like they're just clenching the molars. Alliance start Roshan. Greaves is the new item for this fight for Alliance. And Stinger's trying to have a look around. And you're feeling like there's an observer ward, and there is. Roshan stunned up by the arrow. At this point, Schofield actually helping. He's got Moonlight Shadow. There's already sentries down everywhere, but the Will-O-Wisp pulls him outside of the pit. The blinding light. Roshan killed by Radiant. 80s more. Snatched out by Schofield. He'll have it broken almost instantly. SD's looking for the battle up towards the north. We'll see how far this Miranda can get out. No, she can't.
Yeah.
Ghouled up instantly. Bristleback has been forcing the bottom lane while this is happening, so at least Alliance, we forced to retreat and clean up the mess, but hey, that just means more money for Nico. He's got BKB Radiance, and I'm seeing a Blink Dagger coming on the Courier.
I like it. You don't have much initiation on the side of Alliance, but you do have a hell of a lot of get-out-of-jail-free cards. Nico just wants to go. He will always have allies nearby that have a save mechanic, because effectively all of them do. They just lack initiation. Now he can dive forwards, find the Coddle, find the Lina, find the Mirana. Boom, that's going to be a kill.
33 has to wait a little longer if he wanted that initiation on Chris Luck. Does not have duel available. Has a lot of extra damage, plus 58 for him so far. And they're wrapping around the bottom. Chris Luck does not want to come over. Duel's off cooldown now. He wants the 20-minute bounty room, but he knows it's not really safe. And, well, 33 saw him. You'll dive a tier 1 tower for this one. Overwhelming odds. Needs to press the attack, or you just get a Blink Concoction in from Nico. And now you do it the old-fashioned way. Walk up and kill him.
A few too many deaths for Chris Luck this game. All 4, effectively just him by himself. You can even see really cool play in the pit. Schofield almost gets the last hit. Is that? What was it that killed Roche? It might have been the zombie.
Boy, that's so little damage. Feel a little cut if that's the way it worked out.
And I like this. Yeah, Nico's next item, he was thinking about Abyssal, might just be the heart. And the concern for BeastCoast, no armor items to deal with this massive minus from the acid spray,
you got
solar.
You got Plate Mail and Bristleback, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. This is a nice little invis rune from Keeper of the Light.
Just no medallion. They still don't have a solar crest up on Schofield to help deal with that mass regen. No Vlads, no AC. It's a difficult game. And
Coddle, get out of there. He's underneath the Observer Ward sentry.
Oh
The invis room was allowing him protection, but didn't realize he was just in the undetected area. Another dual victory, and Whisper perched up, catched up. Limp's going to arrive. They get the poison off on him. TP. It's not possible. Not while Hanskin has held the disruption. So Whisper knows he must stand and fight. He must do as much damage as possible. But with the Greaves, Limp just keeps them alive for all eternity. And Alliance is still looking to fight once again. They're not giving up this jungle control on the south.
they're playing so well right now, Toby. Even though the CS on these 2 big carries are even, the view was between the 2 of them. It makes sense in this decisive game 3, they'd be the top dogs on the net worth, but it's the same CS, but Alchemist has like 7K more net worth. That whole advantage is on Nico. He's gonna have a bonus heart and blink dagger up on the Wraith King. That is so impactful on 3-3. Don't tell me he'll find another duel, man.
You're 22 minutes in. How is this really possible? The gold per minute is 880 at the moment for Alchemist.
Yeah, he's got heart. He has a heart.
He has a heart.
Radiance was 1350. Blink BKB by 18, heart by 22.
This is the speed of Dota.
This was the first pick hero for the entire game, and we can see why. Yeah, and he went for all, it's crazy. I actually haven't seen enough do this. He went for all the damage talents. Typically you see the concoction cooldown into health, but because he has so much save behind him, he can just go for the attack speed and damage. And it makes sense, right? Like you're gonna just hit buildings, trust your team to keep you alive, and here they come.
Yep, Ice Strike Array will connect. We'll see how much damage they've got. There is an Aghanim Scepter freshly over on Chris Lux. There's some good burst damage, but they need to keep the damage coming in or else that Arse is going to trigger off. K1 knows he needs to go to the front line, but another disruption from Hanskin, making it difficult. Oh my God, Wraith King. The Soul Rip is just destroying him. He can't move away. The Undead actually fighting their own king. Vana is in pretty deep. Laguna Blade will pop up, but the damage is so negligible. Chris Lux dead with no buyback because he bought that Aghanim Scepter. Alliance may just think they can try and force the buyback, but they know they can take this bottom lane of Rax.
Yeah, the Skeletons were top for a while. They've despawned now. Schofield's still trying to push his advantage here.
Trying to hit the tier 3 tower. That's a Mirana. Can do almost no damage. Nico ready once again. Blink Dagger coming off cooldown. Concoction flies forward to Stinger. Loses half life just from the Concoction.
That's a Rax.
It is. Mirana did 1/4 damage to that top tier 3 tower. But what's been lost? Legion looking for the duel, hoping to turn the Bristle back around. Instead, Concoction, jump over to Stinger once again. A quick stun from K1 does not buy enough space. In fact, now the duel is out. The Wraith King, he will die the first time around. 33, cracking the 100 mark. Buyback comes in from Coddle and BeastCoast. They have to defend strong. Hanskin wasting time. Self-disruption for the Blinding Light, pushing back Limp. Undying, way too close, but he's going to have a shallow grave from Limp to keep him alive. You've still got that attack from 33. Press the attack to get him away to safety. Fada, more life, still on the run. K1's trying to finish the damn job while Whispers just quill spraying, stacking everyone up, but he'll end up going down too. Finally, they bring down Fada. But you've got a Concoction about to arrive. A step towards Chris Luck. Chris Luck cannot afford to die right now. Limp already has the double kill. And Nico is turning his attention over towards Whisper, who's chasing down 33 around the tree line. Observer and Sentry are in favor of Alliance. That's why they can just play around this Bristleback and depart.
Nico's spatial awareness is so good. Like, it's so tough to break down the middle of a game, but you can even see there. Sure, he could chase Chris Luck. Maybe he gets that kill, or maybe he just catches a stun and goes wanting. He saves his LC just by moving backwards. He just has this like 360 view of a fight. Always in the right place at the right time. Great job from Limp as well, just helping keep his team alive. Felt like they could have got punished a lot harder there in the end. Who'd they lose? Fada? Was it really just Fada?
They lost Fada. I think they lost an extra support as well.
Hans, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
You're fine with that. And this itemization from the squad is really starting to pay dividends. Even Fada with the casual buckler, just for that extra +2. Only thing missing now is a Vlad's. At some point, I'm sure someone will pick it up. The Greaves are as well. So strong here, and you got a BKB up on K1 as we saw there, but he's not going for his typical like raw damage build.
All right, Chris, what have you got to show us up on top lane? Light Strike Array able to connect, Arrow, as they're not even throwing. They don't even feel like they have a chance.
And that AC, that's the big timing for Alliance to go high ground once again. Keep discussing armor is important. That represents a 10 swing.
He's 300 gold away from completing this. The only thing that's slowing him down is the fact the Courier is currently delivering a Lotus Orb to 33. There's just too many items in the hands of Alliance. They're surrounding Nico.
Yep.
And Lena, she's just cutting the wave. That's all she can do. She's just cutting the wave.
Yep. Greaves, casual buckler, solar crest, AC. In comparison, this BeastCoast lineup, absolutely 0 team fight items.
But Bristleback's starting to get his own as well, like because he's had the bottom lane, so this will be a Lotus Orb that's also available for himself.
Yep. Even went for the cleave, all in on the damage talents is Nico.
Silver Edge from K1. All right, this is his way to close the distance as she put the Blade Mail On cooldown, Alchemist, the Will-O-Wisp is there, catching out 3K1, just walks into the back lines. Who's he looking for? He's looking for the Shadow Demon. He wants Hanskin deleted off this map right now, and Hanskin, K1, hasn't finished the job yet. Limp still even holding his Shallow Grave. The lead forward is now the Shallow Grave hits at the very last moment, while Lena and Cole are already pushing up the daisies. Hanskin will finally go down, but all this committal, this new item and his buyback, all committed to kill off an SD who just buys back into the fight. The duel is down, the arrow flies forward, trying to create some space, but just to reveal Schofield. But remember where they want to go. They want to find kills. Bristleback over in the trees. Buff up Nico. Get in front of Whisper. A triple kill for Nico. This really feels like the game. No buybacks from the 4 Beast Coast players.
And they're pinging mid-wave. That's the one they have closest to the enemy base because Schofield recognizing, look, I can't actually fight this, but I can maybe get the creeps here. Uses all 3 leaps to try and escape for now. Hanskin did buy back for this fight. They're gonna cut mid, like the play. And dude, Bristle went to negative armor. It's 30 minutes into the game. That can't be happening.
Schofield, this is, if that arrow connected, he probably would have killed off Hanskin and got himself a dieback.
Got creeps in the base.
He used his last Spirit Vessel to attempt that blinding light, and the blast from Stinger slow things up. But a 35-second window before Beast Coast will have 5 players left alive. Double light strike array, more slow factors from Beast Coast. And they've even fortify. It keeps the creep wave alive in the mid to help try and push it back. But Schofield continues to drag the creep wave the opposite direction, but while that mid is there, it's in range. There's no backdoor protection. In fact, Nico will turn around and say, let's give it a nudge.
Everyone's going to be up in just a moment on Beast Coast. They don't have the Coddle ult just yet, however, 10 seconds to go.
Creep wave arrived in bottom as well as mid, so still no backdoor protection.
Oh, when they see Wraith King, they know he's coming. Do they have detection? Yes, they do.
They put down the sentry. Quick duel.
Uh-oh.
There's plus 156 now, the Legion Commander. Concoction jumping forward. Crystallock really caught out by Nico. No buyback from him, and now they can focus on K1. The Will-O-Wisp trying to create some problems. They are pulled in quickly, but K1 losing life so quickly. Fighters tipping him as he's walking back into the base, trying to escape from the rest of Alliance. You know they're feeling good about this, especially when K1's dead for over a minute. This is the game. They're dead, so far in the grave. There is no way the Beast Coast can hold their base, and Alliance are fountain farming Beast Coast. They want to advance forward. Beast Coast have put up a valiant effort going through this lower bracket, but their back is literally against the wall.
That's it. What a play. Beast Coast, I know you've had some incredible comebacks thus far, but with 5 dead, your entire base destroyed, you'll need some special kind of magic to take this one as Alliance.
Even Meme hammering it up now for Limp. They're gonna finally finish this job. They look to the tier 4 towers. Beast Coast will try and have some fun. And the last bit.
A hell of a performance, but the ride comes to a close. One of those drafts from Alliance, and if you get that momentum, there's just no stopping the train when it starts to roll. They played so well.
Oh, the double concoction. We're gonna end this in style. Can they beat the GG call? No, they can't. Alliance 41-14. The last kill count. It took half an hour. But Alliance will push their way through this lower bracket. Their run being started by TNC, the team that reached the grand final, and Alliance trying to keep their hopes alive to get into that grand final and play for the title, coming off the back of their win just last week.
Really
they were tired, and maybe they're all rested up now. Things are starting to work.
Hey, everybody wants to play on Championship Sunday. Again, kudos to Beast Coast. They played incredibly the entire tournament. For Alliance, they had something special. Again, you had a hard save mechanic, a bunch of sustain, the armor items stacked up, and a Nico Baby Alchemist to play around. I mean, you can't ask for more. That's that.
Yeah, fantastic performance from Alliance. They're looking fantastic. I want to see more of them, but I want to give real shout outs to Beast Coast. These guys, they have entertained this crowd. Last night, they were here until 1 a.m. playing the best Dota ever against VG Gaming, but today their run, it comes to a close against Alliance. But man, what a team. I want to see more of this. They've made fans throughout the world. I think they had them even before this tournament, and they shall continue. But Alliance, they go further through.
I think there's no doubt in our minds that Beast Coast have definitely made a lot